Hello everyone, welcome to episode 40 of Chumps to Champions. This is a 4th season review. Just an overview of how I did in my 4th season with Chelmsford City. Not great. I think those of you that have been watching the series will know the struggles I have faced this season. So I'm just going to give you an overview. I suppose there'll be some of you watching this that don't watch most of the episodes and just popping in to see how I'm getting on. Still in the conference. I'll show you where I finished. Finished down in 17th place with 58 points. So that was worse than last season, unfortunately. -5 goal difference. We've not had a problem scoring goals. 72 goals scored is actually... Hey, have a look at this. Wait a second. Have we got the second highest number of goals this season? Oh, 4th. Still, that's good. 4th highest number of goals scored, but conceded the 3rd highest. That is our problem. Defence. Whatever I do, nothing works. And those of you out there are probably thinking, why don't you just sign better defenders? I've tried and tried, and no one better than what I already have will come. They want too much money. They won't accept a contract whatsoever with me. I can't find anyone better. So it's a real struggle, but I'm really going to look this summer at every single player, every single defender out there that's available on a free, because that's what I have to go for, or on a loan. I will basically try and get, because I need to improve the defenders that I have. I'm going to keep Holland, but unfortunately Mambo number 5 and Haynes are probably going to have to go, and probably Francis as well. All 3 of them are going to go, unless I can't find anyone and I have to stick with what I've got. But I mean, I've got a month to try and find some extra players. If I don't, then those 3 are going to have to stay, and I'm going to have to work on a tactic that stops out stops goals being scored against me. But I've tried that numerous times and it doesn't work. I probably need to get a better left back as well. I'm keeping Tyrone Sterling, but I'm hoping that he'll just be a backup and I can find someone better than him. Right back, I think I'm okay. Girdlestone is generally quite solid, to be fair to him. He's only 21 still, so there's still a bit of time to improve even further. And Tyler Reid is similar level to him, really. Now, I think the biggest problem is concentration. A couple of people have said it over the series. My defenders just have really bad concentration, which is why they make mistakes, why they slip up at the back. They're not very pacey either, and they don't have very good agility. Meaning they just are so solid. They're so static at the back, aren't they? That's the problem, I think. The main problem, anyway. So the defence needs to be improved. That's number 1 review point of the episode, of the season, really. Because I'm scoring plenty of goals. Ryan Bird, top scorer, 26 goals in the league. Unbelievable season for him, considering he's not that amazing. He's a good player, but there's better strikers in this division, and he's scored so many. 29 goals in 51 appearances in all competitions, but his average rating, only a 6.8. So the games where he doesn't score, he has pretty bad games. So he's a bit inconsistent, you could argue, with his ratings. But 29 goals at any level of football, that is very good. So well done to him for scoring that. I only missed 1 league game this season. 26 goals in 45 league matches. Only 1 man of the match, strangely enough, though. So he does score, but generally, perhaps, maybe should be scoring more than what he is, in a way, even. Because I've actually created quite a few opportunities this season. So going forwards, we've been good. Whatever I've done, like the tactics I've formulated, have been very good going forwards. So I need to try and create something different. Now, I've got the Go Teller on the Mountain tactic in here. I'm going to change that. That's a West Ham tactic. The West Ham tactic I used is slightly different, but I will actually be I don't want to use old tactics, you see, but I've got it there just for inspiration, because there's far too many instructions here for the players, for my players at this level. So obviously I'm not going to be using that, but I've just got it there just to create a new tactic alongside. I'm going for maybe a similar formation, possibly, I don't know. I'm just having a think. I'm just having a tinker, so I'm looking at some of my old tactics and trying to find something that will work. But at the same time, like I promised you, I don't want to use Forest Flourish or my West Ham one in this series, because I want to create something new, and they all in a way I don't think they'd work at this level. I need something simple and effective. It's just such a hard combination to get. Anyway, let's look at the players, look at the club overview and how we're getting on. So goals scored, Ryan Bird, as you can see, top scorer. The next best goal scorer is Capitani with 9, so it's a huge difference. We're relying on Ryan Bird scoring all the goals, and then it's Capitani and JB with a few, and then it's shared amongst the others. Average rating wise, Jack Holland was top, which is why I'm keeping him, because he's been quite good this season at centre back. Jamie Mackay also very good. I need to try and extend his loan from Millwall if possible, because he's a very good player on paper. So if I can, he's definitely the best player at the club in a way. So if I can, let's bid for him now actually. Nope. Better quality players. I think he's going to have to go, which is annoying. Other players of note, Joe Allen came into the team, the youngster I told you about in the last episode. He scored a couple of goals in 8 games, and I think he's definitely one for the future. He can turn into a decent player, I think. I hope, anyway. And I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to keep him in the first team. He was the youngest ever player to play for Chumps City, and also the youngest ever player to score in the Vanarama Conference. He was 15 at the time, he's 16 now. Average rating wise, I've just talked about that. Assists wise, that's what we're going to talk about. Assists. Top assists, JB with 14 and Pigden with 12. Now I don't know what to do about Luke Pigden, because he gets assists, he scores the odd free kick and creates goals from corners, etc. But he's not on a proper contract, and I don't know whether I should keep him or not. I really am unsure. So I'm going to have to think about that and see if I can find any better players than him, because he's very good in terms of set pieces, but everything else he's not particularly good at. Okay passing, okay work rate and technique, but other than that, there's not much to him. So we'll have to see. It's the same. I'll show you the contracts. In fact, players that the contracts are running out. So Kissick, Montgomery, Salvio, and Pigden are all on pay as you play contracts, that sort of thing. I really don't know what to do about all 4 of them. I think I'll keep Salva, as the backup keeper, because he only gets paid when he plays and he very rarely plays. So I'll keep him. Kissick, Montgomery and Pigden I need to review at the end of June once I've tried to make other signings. Mambo will probably leave, Sean Francis as well. McCassie's going to leave. He's not done anything for me. He's, actually quite a good player compared to some of my others, but he's never done anything, and he's a waste of £575 a week if I'm honest, so I'm going to let him go. Matthew George will leave. He hasn't done anything for me. He's not good enough at all, so he's going to leave. Haynes will probably leave as well. Olamola, don't know about. Once again, another player that I'm going to have to review at the end of June, I think, because he's got potential apparently. Good finishing, good composure off the ball. He's got the potential to be a decent poacher, and he has scored the odd goal for me. Last season he scored 4 goals, and this season he scored 2, but only played 9 league games, 8 off the bench, 7 in the reserves in 13 starts and 4 sub appearances. So possibly a player should keep around, but I think I'll be looking for. I'll keep Ryan Bird, definitely, of course. I have to. He's got another year, but I'm going to look for a really, really good striker if possible. And if not, I'll rely on Ryan Bird and then perhaps keep the likes of Olamola as backup and Hines and those sort of players. Mackay's leaving, obviously. Jenkins will stay. He's a good, solid central midfielder. One of the higher earners at the club. Girdlestone. All of these other players are staying because their contracts are still valid with another year on them. So what I need to do is look for better defenders, formulate some sort of amazing tactic that works well with this team and the players I have and the players' positions that I have. Thirdly, perhaps look for another striker. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe a left winger and a creator. I need to look for players, let's be honest. But the thing is, I've got no money. And we were taken over earlier in the year, and they still haven't got any money. The new board they're no better than the last one. I've asked for everything. I've asked for us to relay the pitch. I can't ask again. That's the 5th time I've asked. I've asked to be a professional club, but I can't actually ask them at the moment. I was going to do an ultimatum and say, if you don't become a professional club, I'm leaving. But I don't have the option. I'm tempted to do that. I don't know, because obviously it could just turn around and sack me. But to be honest, I don't even know I'm going to actually be able to improve this club unless we do become professional. Because everything else, we just have nothing. I've asked to increase the coaches allowed. Everything. No, nothing. No one. I'm not allowed anything. It's very frustrating. No chance of buying the stadium. Look, let's ask. Oh, it's not even letting me. Buy a stadium. No funding. Obviously, I was expecting that, but I've tried everything. There's no money. Finances wise, we apparently lost 40 grand last month. Although we've apparently made 16,000 this season. I don't know if that's the new board. So expenditure last season was £893,035, and the income was 950,000. So we've made a profit theoretically from that. And the projection's good. Wow, that's the first time I've ever seen it that way. So we're here at the moment, June 2018. We're actually in the plus, as you can see there. 16.23k. And the projection is to be good, is meant to be good. I don't know if the new board have done something financially. Apparently they've got no money. I've tried to ask for things. They've given me just under 8 grand a week to spend on wages, which is pretty much the same as last season. Zero transfer budget, of course. But that's interesting. But I don't believe the projected things, because often it's on minus and it's going like that all the way down. So it's hard to know what to believe in terms of finances. We'll see. Perhaps I will get a bit of money over time, maybe next season. But I don't know. I really would love to become a professional club, because then we can attract more players. The biggest problem is players don't want to come to me. Anyway, I'm blabbering. I'm going to do an overview of all the other leagues as well, like I usually do, in the English leagues anyway. And you can see here, Ebbsfleet won the playoffs. Actually, I've just remembered, I did one thing last season whereby I'm going to add a few other leagues, hoping that more players will be opened and I'll be able to look at them in a bit more detail, because I think that's one of my biggest problems. I've only really been looking at English players. If I have the option of looking at some other players in a bit more detail, then that would be great. So I might actually add some of the Scottish lower leagues. I think that would definitely be a good idea. And then maybe I can sign some more players. So I need to do it within the next couple of weeks. I'll add some more. I've got the Icelandic Premier Division, but whether that's much help to me or not, I don't think so. So we're starting with the Conference South. Oxford City were promoted as champions and Whitehawk went up in the playoffs. Bristol Rovers relegated again. I really don't know what's happened to them. Their finances must just be completely shocking. OK finances, apparently. They've just crumbled, haven't they? They really have over the years. OK, let's go up to the Conference North, which was won by Harrogate, 91 points. And FC United going up. Good to see them going up in the playoffs. Colwyn Bay relegated. Let's go up to the conference then. As you know, that's what happened. We saw Forest Green, Havant, Waterloo, Eastleigh, FC Telford relegated. York and Ebbsfleet went up. And League 2 was won by Fleetwood. Swindon, Chesterfield and Yeovil also went up. Oxford relegated. So Oxford and Oxford City will both be playing in the conference next season. That is a clash and a half, that is. Oh, there's going to be scenes. Gateshead also relegated. So I fancy my chances against Gateshead. They're a team that I would have thought I could beat. Oh yeah, I saw the North Korean guy, Chong T.C, playing for Swindon in League 2. A really strange move. I know he's 34, but look at this. He was at West Brom in the Premier League the season before and scored 13 goals in the Premier League. You see players signed for 15 million after they scored 13 goals in the Premier League, and then he dropped down to League 2 on a free and scored 23 goals. But that is strange. I know he's 34, but still, to score 13 goals in the Premier League, that doesn't go unnoticed nowadays. You'd be signed up by Chelsea for that. So I just noticed that. I thought that was quite interesting. Okay, League 1. Sheffield United completely blitzed that, 103 points. Leyton Orient also going up with them, and Exeter going up in the playoffs. Mansfield, Colchester, Plymouth and Blackpool going down. Blackpool struggling. Championship, Stoke won the championship. Burnley went up with them. Ipswich in the playoffs. Charlton, MK Dons and Sheffield Wednesday going down. Premier League, Chelsea won it this season for the first time in a while. Man City second, Man United and Tottenham get the last Champions League place. Norwich, Crystal Palace and Watford going down. Jerome Sinclair for Aston Villa, top scorer. So I think we just go through this. I should just type FA Cup in, be quicker. FA Trophy, Dagenham and Redbridge won. We lost against them, so we lost against the eventual winners. Johnson's Paint Trophy was won by Leyton Orient against Rochdale. Community Shield won by Everton against Man City. Capital One Cup won by Sunderland against Liverpool 2-1. FA Cup won by Man City 2-1 against Everton, who were the holders. There we go. And the Champions League won by Chelsea. So we've had 3 English winners in the last 4 years. See who the scorer was against Bayern Munich. Fabregas with the goal. And the Euro Cup, Seville beat West Ham 3-0. So West Ham did well to get to the final, but did come a cropper in the end, unfortunately. I think the only thing left to look at now is my profile, where I am now at the age of 26 on the game, and still I've got a regional reputation. You can see all my stats here, but I think these things have improved despite the fact I haven't been able to do a coaching course for ages. I have asked continuously, but no money to send me on a coaching course, I'm afraid. In terms of career stats, I've played 199 games, won 75, drawn at 42 and lost 82. It's not bad, especially as I've spent 3 seasons in the conference now. Goal difference minus 42, not the best. So overall, I'm happy. Generally. I know I've been moaning this season, but am I happy actually? Why did I say that? No, I am enjoying the series still. I'm enjoying the game still, despite the fact maybe it doesn't seem like that sometimes when I get frustrated. But it's almost a bit funnier to see me a bit frustrated and, because you don't want to see me just swimmingly blitzing the leagues, do you? Maybe you do. Some people out there probably do want to see me doing that. I'd love to do that, but it's just such a hard challenge compared to what I'm used to. I mean, when I did Chumps City before in FM11, it was relatively simple. I think I got back-to-back promotions to League 1, spent 2 seasons in League 1, spent 4 or 5 seasons in the Championship before getting promoted. That was a chore, getting out of the Championship. That was tough. But getting out of the Conference was a lot easier on the older games. This is so much harder. Plus, I have less money compared to what I had on FM11. Can't seem to attract the players the same. And we became a professional club pretty early on. I don't think we did until we got out the Conference, but I scraped into the playoffs, I think, and won it. Anyway, that's years ago. What am I going to do? We'll see. Wish me luck for finding players, guys. I need to find improvements. If I don't, then I'm going to have to stick with certain players, but I really hope I can find replacements. Please hit that like button if you're looking forward to the 5th season. Let's go again. Let's try once again to get into those playoffs. Unlikely to win the league, but playoffs is sort of realistic.